Welcome to our Mandarin learning classroom. 大家好，欢迎大家来到中文学习教室。I'm your teacher Jasmine Jiang. Our channel is going to make a series of our Mandarin learning videos to help the persons who want to learn our Mandarin from beginners. So, let's start our first prep lesson. This is our content of this prep lesson. We're going to introduce the basic information of Mandarin through these three parts. So firstly, I will answer some common questions for Mandarin. And second, I will introduce the basic instruction of Mandarin. And third, let's see the pronunciation classes syllabus because the next series is pronunciation classes of 4 sessions. Okay, so now let's move to the first part. The questions for Mandarin. According to my teaching experience, I have been asked for the many times by the following questions, especially the first one. Okay, so my student usually asked me like, Jasmine, is Mandarin difficult to learn? Is character difficult to write, to remember? Or Jasmine, how could I differ these two words because they look the same? Okay, so my answer is no. Okay, so come on, it's not because I'm a Chinese. It's not the reason. Okay, so just according to my learning experience, for example, I compared to English. So Chinese is much easier to remember than English. So for example, like in English, when I was a child, I was crazy by the different words change, like the verbs change, like for the past time, for the future, it's like okay, so like a write, wrote, written. How could I remember them? So why have to change the words, and why have to add the did or have done or something? Okay, that drove me crazy. Even now, English drives me crazy for some certain words or the use. Okay, so but in Chinese you don't need to remember a lot of different verbs for different times because um characters, we use characters won't change, so you don't need to change the characters. Okay, so and for the other parts, just calm down. So um we just learn a new language step by step, but it's not difficult, and the Mandarin is not the hardest languages in the world. Okay, so and that's the second question. So how could I learn Mandarin? So actually, like each linguistic competencies includes like 4 parts, like speaking, listening, reading, and writing. So according to these 4 basic parts, you have to set an objective. Like, I want to talk to Chinese fluently in my daily life because I have a lot of Chinese friends, or I want to go further study in China, so that you have to pass the HSK. So, anyway, no matter what your objectives are, you have to start to learn from zero. I mean, like you have to start from the basic. So you could follow our channel to learn the basic Chinese from the beginners, especially someone who wants to talk to Chinese fluently in your daily life. Just click the subscribe button and have classes on time. And about the third question, do you have any textbook to recommend? We put some references in the video instruction, but someone asked me like, okay, I wanted some textbook to learn by myself. To be honest, okay, it's very hard to learn by yourself. Okay, you could follow our class from the basic. Then you could use these textbooks by to learn by yourself. Okay, let's move to the second part. The instruction of Mandarin. There are 4 contents of the instructions: syllabus, Chinese characters, grammar, and the words. About the first part, like syllables. Syllables include like three parts: initials, finals, and the tones. And for our first series, it's about like a syllables learning. It's a very basic one. And the syllables are very important because when you talk, you have to make the right tones and to speak not well. It's I say it's speak standard Mandarin. So syllables is very important. And about second one, Chinese characters, you could see like we have the two types of the characters. In the mainland, we are used to use the simplified characters, and the second, like in Hong Kong, Macau, and Taiwan, we're used to use traditional characters. They're just in different types, but they have the same meaning. Okay, so for this part learning, my suggestion are just practice more, write more, and for our class, we won't spend a lot of time on learning the Chinese characters. Our request is only that you should recognize them. Okay. So for the third part about grammar, to English speakers, it's not very difficult because the grammars are similar with English. But the other part is like it has a lot of certain use you have to remember, but don't worry. If you follow our class, you could master them, I believe. So, and about the last part about words. Okay, so I have said that before the part. Compared to English, it's easier to remember about the words because the characters can change. And the second part is like there are a lot of similar words can be different clearly. But don't worry. So in different sentences, we will have the different use of that. So you could differ them clearly through our class. Okay. So let's move to the last part of this preparation. So the pronunciation classes syllabus. So we will over like 4 sessions of learning pronunciation classes. This is the syllabus of them. And you only need to spend 1 hour to learn these 4 sessions. Then you could master the pronunciation of Mandarin. Okay. So at the last, if you wanted to continue learning, you can click the subscribe button to subscribe to our channel. We will update a series of Mandarin courses regularly every week. Thank you and see you next time. 我们下节课再见。